You think you've seen Emily Compagno at her peak? Think again, because what happened during her latest live appearance wasn't just a performance, it was a shockwave. It was the kind of moment that makes the air in the room feel heavier, the kind that leaves people blinking, wondering if they actually saw what just happened. It unfolded during a special empowerment feature, with Emily stepping onto the set dressed to perfection, a crisp white button-down, tailored slacks, and a sleek leather jacket that projected total command. The lights hit, the cameras rolled, and she stood there calm, collected, in complete control, until the director called, "Action." That's when she made her move. With deliberate slowness, Emily reached behind her neck, unzipped the jacket, and let it slide to the floor like a mic drop. Then, without breaking eye contact with the camera, she unbuttoned her blouse, revealing a plain camisole beneath. The set fell silent. No one moved. Guests froze mid-breath. The crew, normally immune to surprises, stared wide-eyed at the unfolding scene. Emily's voice cut through the stillness, "I'm done hiding." It wasn't shouted, it wasn't dramatic, it was steady, certain, and it landed with the force of a hammer. In that one sentence, the energy in the room shifted completely. What followed wasn't just an interview, it was a transformation in real time. Emily spoke about the masks we wear to survive, to impress, to avoid judgment. She admitted that years in the spotlight had taught her the most dangerous thing you can lose isn't your reputation, it's your authenticity. She said that people build armor to protect themselves from the world's harshness, but over time, that armor becomes a prison. And then, she proved her point, standing there without the layers, without the polish, just herself. One crew member later described it as watching someone shed years of weight in seconds. Another said it was like a butterfly breaking out of a cocoon, delicate but unstoppable. Even the cameraman admitted that the moment was so electric he almost forgot to capture it. When the clip hit Star Buzz, it detonated online. Millions watched, shared, and commented. "I'm inspired to take off my own layers," one user wrote. "Her bravery moved me to tears," another confessed. Mental health advocates applauded her for sparking a discussion about self-worth and the courage to be real. People who had tuned in expecting political commentary instead walked away questioning their own public persona. And in a world where vulnerability is often dismissed as weakness, Emily's reveal became a rallying cry. Later that evening, Emily posted behind-the-scenes footage of the moments before the reveal. You could see the tension in her shoulders, the deep breaths, the way she clasped her hands to steady herself. In the caption, she admitted she'd almost backed out. "If someone who spends every day in front of cameras can let go of perfection," she said, "so can you." She ended the post by tossing her leather jacket toward the camera with a grin, declaring, "Here's to living unfiltered." The reaction was explosive. Thousands flooded the comments with their own stories of shedding masks, leaving toxic jobs, ending fake friendships, embracing parts of themselves they'd hidden for years. Emily's moment wasn't just entertainment, it became a mirror, forcing people to see the barriers they'd built around their own lives. And from that, three truths became impossible to ignore. First, in a world obsessed with polished images, the rarest and most powerful thing you can be is real. Second, vulnerability doesn't diminish you, it expands you, opening the door to deeper, richer connections. Third, it only takes one act of courage to set off a chain reaction of change. Emily didn't just talk about transformation, she lived it, right there under the lights, in front of millions. She didn't ask permission, didn't test the waters, she jumped, and the world caught its breath. That's what made it unforgettable. She showed that the most dangerous comfort zone is the one that looks safe, and the most liberating act is stepping out of it. This wasn't about clothes, it was about power, truth, and the kind of freedom that can't be faked. And here's the real punch: if you've been carrying your own armor, holding on to a version of yourself the world told you to be, maybe it's time to drop it. Because as Emily proved in one breathtaking instant, the moment you stop hiding is the moment you start living.